Chad Franke, who is the son of Ruby Franke, he's happy that mom is in jail. Yeah, and I don't blame him. A chilling revelation in the fractured dynamics within the Franke family. Chad Franke, the eldest son of disgraced YouTuber personality Ruby Franke, expressed his delight at her imprisonment for child abuse. The 19-year-old's unbridled joy captured in a now-deleted TikTok video shared by his girlfriend just days before Ruby and her former business partner, Jody Hildebrand, were sentenced for the harrowing torture endured by Ruby's 6 children. The sentencing, meted out by a judge, mandated the terms of the plea agreement. 4 counts of 1 to 15 years served consecutively, leading to a maximum sentence of 30 years due to Utah law. We thought it was 60, but Utah law, it contradicts itself, as most things in Utah do, to 30 years, because you can't go above 30 on consecutive sentences for some reason in Utah. Even though you get ordered to 60, you get 30. Despite the severity of her sentence, Ruby, who's 42, has chosen not to appeal her imprisonment, unbelievably, signaling a somber acceptance of her fate. That, I guess, maybe shows some genuine remorse that she did not try to appeal this and get out. Because she probably could too. I don't know. There's probably some grounds there. But she's going to eat up the 30 years, apparently. He'll probably get out, 80% of that, or get to 80% of it and get out. Chad's apparent elation was palpable as he exited the courthouse following his estranged mother sentencing. Ruby, in that poignant moment during the hearing, emotionally addressed her children, apologizing for the anguish she caused them. Quote, "I will never stop crying for hurting your tender souls. You're so precious to me. I'm sorry," she expressed tearfully, acknowledging the deep pain inflicted upon her offspring. Prior to her arrest in August of 23, Ruby was had been estranged from Chad, her eldest daughter, Shari, as a result of the abuse that they endured under her. Concerns about the Franke children first arose after unsettling content surfaced in the family's YouTube videos, prompting a visit from Child Protective Services. Despite the visit, authorities closed the case, much to the dismay of concerned onlookers. Shari, Ruby's 20-year-old daughter, expressed relief at her mother's incarceration, underscoring the family's long-standing struggle for justice. Ruby's 4 minor children remain under state care, while her estranged husband seeks guardianship over their 16-year-old daughter, Abby. In a startling admission, Ruby, who had vehemently denied allegations of abuse, confessed to torturing her children in her plea agreement. Details of the plea painted a grim picture of the abuse endured by her kids, including suffocation, physical restraints, and other forms of torment. So Kevin's only going after the 16-year-old and not the other kids. Yeah. Just one. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I probably guessing that, honestly, Kevin not being in the picture is probably a good thing, considering he sat there and let this shit happen under his roof as well.
What's happening with the others? They're just going to be in foster homes?
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, it's one would hope that there would be some family that can step up and take care of these kids. I don't know. Aunts, uncles. Maybe that's all still kind of, that's a process that certainly does take some time. Maybe that's all, going on behind the scenes right now. That sort of information, not necessarily going to be out there in public as to where the whereabouts of these children are. But yeah, it's, I don't blame the kid one bit. It's interesting because a lot of his teen years were documented on her YouTube channel, and her just being the monster that she is to her kids, and then trying to justify it as a way of parenting, and that it was the right way to this should work out. Kids got older, they all disowned her and went away. And yet these other little ones sat there and suffered. It should have been a warning sign when your kids get old enough to leave and they want nothing to do with you. Maybe you're doing something wrong. There are just bad kids. I agree with that. But it should be maybe a red flag. Like, at least take a little look. Maybe it's something in what you're doing. It's going to be an interesting book to be told when the 8 Passengers one comes out eventually, when all the kids are adults, to hear the full extent of the hell that Ruby Franke put her children through.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advance access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on true crime
Until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.